Hey YouTube, welcome to another video. My name is Nick and today we are talking about how to know when it's the right time to quit your day job. All right, welcome back. A few days ago, I got a message through my Instagram DM from a guy, and he was asking how to know it's the right time to quit your day job. If you're trying to pursue entrepreneurship and you're not sure when to quit that dreaded 9 to 5, I've come to kind of answer that question. I know a lot about this question, I feel, because I've done this. I've actually done this a couple times in a couple different ways. And so we will jump into it. My story is basically this. When I got out of the Navy in 2010, I was 24 years old and I started an auto detailing business. I did this auto detailing business out of a van. I pulled a trailer around and I would wash cars. I would go to banks and stores and shops and malls and I would wash cars. And it made a pretty decent living. But then I decided that I wanted to go to college. Because I served in the Navy, I was able to go to college on the Navy's dime. I invested money while I was in the Navy, and so I had a bachelor's degree sort of waiting for me if I wanted to go to school. They would pay me $1,500 a month for living expenses as long as I stayed taking 12 credit hours or above per semester. So I went to college full-time, and it was not really what I expected it to be. I was still doing the auto detailing on the side. Around that time, I picked up a camera, started taking pictures, got hired for a few weddings, decided I wanted to go into that. I sold my auto detailing business for twice my startup cost, took that money, bought photography equipment, and then started doing more and more shoots. It wasn't very consistent, so I stayed with the college, worked through it. Finally got to the point where I was in class with my laptop, and instead of being in class with my laptop taking notes, I was going to school for business admin and entrepreneurship. Instead of actually taking notes and doing the work in class, I would sit there and edit photos to the point where I was editing photos like 8 hours a day when I was in class, supposed to be studying. And so at that point, I started making money, and I was like, you know, I better just quit college. So I quit college. I lost the money from the Navy because, you know, the living expense money. Lost that and realized that I was living at this kind of an income here, and then without that that income from my schooling, I kind of took a nosedive, took a pay cut, and decided, you know, at that point, my wife and I were expecting our first child. So I jumped into a shipyard job where I was an inspector for Navy ships and submarines. I made 20 bucks an hour starting, and I did that for 2 years while still trying to ramp up the photography business even more so that I could go full time. After working that day job for 2 years, not really enjoying the boss. I liked the job, okay, and I liked the coworkers and stuff, but the boss was really the downfall of all of that. After 2 years of that, I said, forget this. On a Wednesday at lunchtime, I just walked out. Now, I know there's a lot of online entrepreneurs and YouTubers and people that push, you know, entrepreneurship, and whether it be Amazon FBA or affiliate marketing or running a YouTube channel or actually starting like a real legit brick and mortar business. They tell you to just go for it and do it. And that is halfway good advice. So it's halfway good advice. There comes a time when you need to just go ahead and pull the plug on the day job, but you have to build a foundation first. And it's the hardest part because it takes patience, it takes forethought, it takes risk, okay, to do all of that stuff. You might need to dump a lot of money from your day job into the foundation of your business before you can ever get to the point where you just quit your job. I was reading through some comments on a YouTube video today, an entrepreneur YouTube video, and someone said, you know, I'm such and such age, and I just quit my full-time job. I live at home. What can I do today to make money? Sorry, bro or sis, but you did it backwards. You need to build something before you quit the day job. It's kind of like whenever you quit one job to go to another, you need to have the other lined up before you quit the job, because if you don't, there's a gap there. That's a really dangerous place to be, because unless you're living at home with your parents rent-free and they take care of your food and pay your cell phone and your insurance and everything, that's a really dangerous place to be. I don't live at home. I've got a wife. I've got 3 kids. My wife's a stay-at-home mom. And, you know, it's not like I'm single and just like having fun and everything's paid for. That's not the case. There are some really dry times. There's some ebbs and it flows, right? So whatever your entrepreneurial passion is, whatever you're getting into, man, I'm telling you, the only way to make it there, work your day job until you get that other thing lined up and making money. It's got to produce profits, not revenue. It's got to produce profits. And you take those profits and you grow it and you grow it. For instance, FBA, because that's something that actually takes money to start. Whereas like YouTubing and affiliate marketing doesn't take much money to start. Let's talk about FBA. I tried FBA. I've kind of gotten into it, but I don't have the man hours possible to allocate to that. And honestly, it's not really high in my concern. However, having kind of touched on it and dabbled in it for a little while, I realized like it's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And so you hear these guys, Johnny Bradley and Tanner Fox, they'll sit for hours and days and sometimes weeks to find a product. They're doing it full time, so they can do that full time. But if you've got a full-time job or even a part-time job, after you get off that part-time job, listen up, bro. It ain't time to sit down with the Xbox and play. You can up and sell that joker, because if you're going to be an entrepreneur, there's no time for screwing around, no time for video games. There's 2 things that matter the most whenever you are being an entrepreneur, because it takes so much time from your life. 2 things matter the most: relationships and then the entrepreneur journey. Those are the 2 things that matter the most. If you're getting home from your day job and you're jumping on video games, you're neglecting the relationships. And if you're going to survive, let's be real, if you're going to survive an entrepreneur journey, your relationships must thrive. Whether that's your parents and yourself relationship, because let's say, you know, they're the ones that are paying your bills, so work on that relationship, keep it in a sweet spot, or a significant other or spouse or something like that. These relationships have to thrive. Now, if you're sitting, you know, if you're living by yourself and you have no relationship, no boyfriend, no girlfriend, no parents in the picture, or at least not living with them, and you want to play Xbox, I still don't think you should do it, because you could be spending that time pushing your entrepreneur journey ahead. Listen, video games are just there to distract you. That's how you have to look at this. Video games are just there to distract you. Video games are for the guys and girls that they don't want to make it further in life. Legit, let's be real. It's a waste of time. You've got, as Gary Vee would say, you've got one at bat. Why are you wasting time? Why are you playing video games? It's fake believe. Why are you messing around with that stuff? Work on your entrepreneurship journey. Work on your relationships. Those 2 things you must master. For every hour that you spend sitting on Netflix and Hulu or PS3, whatever the PSs are up to, and the Xbox, that's 1 hour that you've pushed your success away. Think about this. Every hour that you watch, that you binge watch a show, and I love binge watching shows, but every time I sit down to binge watch a show, I calculate in my mind, Nick, you're going to watch this 1 hour show, you're pushing success 1 hour further from you. 1 hour further down the road. May not seem like a lot right now, but whenever you binge played Call of Duty for 6 hours, bro, like 1/4 of a day, your dreams are that much further away. So when is the right time to quit your job? When you've laid a foundation, relationships are solid, and you've got a steady stream of income coming in to support your entire lifestyle. That's the right time to quit the day job. And remember, when you quit the day job, your income is going to take a nosedive. Let's say your day job's making $3K and your side hustle's making $2K. You're making $5,000 and you can live really good on that. But if you're going to quit this day job, bro, you're going to miss that $3,000. It's going away. You're going to be living on $2,000. You better learn how to live on $2,000 before you have to live on $2,000. Now, like I said, if you're living with parents and they're paying all the bills and you want to quit that and they support you and they're willing to keep paying the bills while you strike out on your own, dude, go with that. Like, legit. Know that it's going to be famine for a little while. There's going to be some famine and you're not going to be living it up and partying like you think you would. However, long-term benefits, 100% there. 100% there. What about getting a job while you're trying to be an entrepreneur? I experienced this myself. A couple years ago, my wife was working full-time, 8 hours a day. We had 2 kids. We had 1 on the way. And things were still a bit tight. The photography was really, really slow. I didn't have anything else going. And so I said, you know, I think it's time that I get sort of a full-time job just to kind of tie us over until things bolster up again. Listen, when I go into a full-time job, I go into it expecting to not even make the, you know, the minimum time requirement to get full-time benefits. I applied at this job one day. There was a job fair for a Target warehouse worker driving a forklift. And it was 3 days a week from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., 12 hours a night, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I'd work overnight, 12 hours a night, have the rest of the week free. And it worked out pretty well. Pay was not great, like $14 an hour, but it tied us over. And I worked that for 4 months and then pulled kind of my signature move and quit. I just, at lunch one night, I was like, you know, photography's picked up, the money's back there, we've saved, we're in a good position, and I just walked out, went home, went to sleep. Do I recommend doing it this way? Probably not. Give your 2 weeks. Don't just walk off the job. Personally, I like to burn bridges, so that way I can never go back to that warehouse and say, I need another job. I can never tuck tail like a whooped dog and go back there and beg for a job again. They're not even going to look my way. And that's okay. That's just that's my move. So don't worry about that. Be okay with having to go back and get a day job, even if it's part-time, to build up some of that revenue that you need, some of that income, some of that capital that you need to buy that FBA product or build out your website or buy that vlogging camera. Whatever you've got to do, whatever your thing is, be okay with it going back and just getting a day job for a few months. It's not going to kill you. It's going to suck. It's going to suck every day. You're going to hate it because once you taste that freedom, it's like a lion that's been in the wild and he gets caged and put in a zoo. He's already tasted freedom, man. Like, it'll kill you if you stay there too long. But just know that you're going there for a very short period of time. Be okay with it. I hope this helps. I hope this kind of clarifies in some of your minds that you know, you don't just walk off the job with nothing lined up. Everybody knows that. You don't just walk off the job. Now, if you get fired, that's a different story. You need to go in damage control mode and clean up the mess. But you don't willfully walk off of a job without something lined up to carry you over. That's foolish. Remember that being an entrepreneur is not all about, it's very little, let's just say this, it's very little about having your own business. It is a lot of strategy. Like, if you're not good at strategy, if you're not good at vision, if you're not good at goal making and completing, you're not going to be a good entrepreneur. Very little of it is the actual work stuff. A lot of it is strategizing. A lot of it is plotting goals and figuring out how to get there. So strategize on how to build your business. Work those 8 hours. Gary Vee says, work your 8 hours at your day job and then go home and work another 8 hours. Bro, you'll still have 8 hours to sleep. You'll be good. If you're not working 12 to 16 hours a day as a beginning entrepreneur, you're probably doing something wrong. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you can quit the day job and you can outsource some stuff and you can take it easy. But in the beginning days, you're gonna have to work. Today is Saturday. Right now, I've been at work all day. My kids are inside the house. My wife's inside. Everybody's sick with the flu. I'm not feeling well. But Buster, you better believe I'm sitting behind this computer and I'm working, emailing clients, working my photography business, editing, making this video. Like there's always work to be done. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your relationships. I hope this video has been helpful. If you like this, I bring this kind of stuff every single week. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Smash that like button. Leave a comment below if this helped you. Or if you hate me for this real talk video, let me know. I value your comments. I value your feedback. And until tomorrow, take it easy.